All right, so let's do some systems of nonlinear equations. Here is one that is pretty straightforward in the scheme of things. We'll have this equation. So for this one reason that it's so straightforward is we can actually just enter this in our calculator. So for your calculator, you want to then rewrite this where we'll get y is equal to, and I'll put negative x minus 6. And this one, we will divide both sides by x. And we have that. So if you put these in y1, y2, then you can use calculate. And if you scroll down under calculate, this is actually the button's second trace on a TI 84 or 83. Second trace, and you go to calculate, you'll scroll down to where you have intersect, and you'll just follow the directions to find those points. Here I'm going to do it algebraically. So algebraically, I still do need to have y is negative 16 over x. That I can't go away from. What you see on your screen though, if you've graphed it, this is actually a rational equation, and this is a line. I'm going to plug this in. I'm going to substitute negative 16 over x in here. So I'll have x minus 16 over x is equal to negative 6. It may look challenging, but when I show you how to handle this, I think you'll see that it's not too bad. Remember that we can multiply the same thing on both sides. So what I would like to do is get rid of this denominator. So I'm going to multiply by this denominator. And so I did it over here, so now I have to do it over on the other side. So I have x squared minus 16 is equal to negative 6x. And I can't do anything with it written like this. I'm going to add 6x to both sides. There are no common terms with the x. We have then on the left x squared plus 6x minus 16. And now I've got to come up with the multiples of negative 16 that will give me a plus 6 in the middle. And if I go through, I know I've got 1 times 16, 2 times 8. Okay, the 2 times 8 is going to work because I can get x plus 8, x minus 2. And that is equal to 0 now. So I can set both of these equal to 0. Now, this is part of our answer. It's about half of our answer. And what we will do with this is we will then put them over here in an ordered pair. I know the x is 2 and x is negative 8. And now we've got to find the corresponding y value. So when we find the corresponding y, it just takes really quick work where if I, for instance, use this y is equal to negative 16 over x, if I put the 2 in here, it's equal to negative 8. So that's my corresponding y value for that x value. All right. Now, negative 16 over negative 8, and that's going to give me 2. So I'll have 2 there. So these are my answers. These are the 2 points that you're seeing when you graph out y is equal to negative x minus 6 and y is equal to negative 16 over x. These are the points. You can either find them directly from your calculator or do this algebraic way. Personally, I prefer the calculator method, but it's completely up to you, whatever works best for you. Thanks.